Hi, my relatives. Welcome back to another episode of Our Storytellers, brought to you by our partners at the Indigenous Screen Office. Big shout out to our friends and family at the ISO for helping bring these podcasts to life. It means so much. And today is a special one. We are joined by the elder Gwen Harry, born Gwen Baker originally. Gwen is from the Squamish and Tla'amin First Nations. She's a residential school survivor. She has stories about surviving tuberculosis. It's podcasts like these that really make me feel like we are making a difference, because I'm really glad and happy that this exists. We're by no means her first interview, but I'm just really happy that we got the chance to sit down with her and learn about what it was like growing up being from the Squamish Nation for so many years. She has so much history with her, and I mean, I think I could talk forever about it, but I think that she does an amazing job saying it herself. So please welcome to the Our Storytellers podcast, Gwen Harry.
Hello, my relatives. How are you? Here at Our Storytellers, we care about your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well being, which is why we want to inform you that this podcast discusses topics that may cause trauma to listeners and viewers. These subjects include mentions of Indian residential schools, assimilation, ongoing harm, colonial impacts, and much more. Our Storytellers recognizes the need to minimize the risks associated with traumatic subject matter. The Hope for Wellness Helpline offers immediate help to all Indigenous people across Canada. It is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to offer immediate support and crisis intervention. Services are available in English and French, and in Nehiyaw, Anishinaabe and Inuktitut upon request. If you or someone you know are experiencing any harm, no matter how big or small it's perceived to be, you can call the toll-free helpline at 1-855-242-3310 or connect to the online chat at www.hopeforwellness.ca. Kinanaskuman, I'm grateful for you. Your ancestors are always with you. All my relations, Riel.
Anyway, Gwen, my name is Riel. I'm Métis from Nehiyaw and Soto background. My whole family's from Manitoba, Red River, but Mom and I joined the family when I was 11 years old and grew up alongside my brothers and my sister. And I have some protocol here for you, just to thank you and open up the relations between our family and yours, and I'm gonna blanket some tobacco. And I also have some honorarium that's provided by a grant that we got from the Indigenous Screen Office. Yeah. So there are partners that help us bring all this together, and we're super grateful for them. And we're grateful to have you on the podcast too. And please introduce yourself in your own way. I'm going to pass this over to you, but...
Yeah. Oh, my.
Oh, got it.
Yep. Oops.
That's all good.
Okay.
And then, please introduce yourself in your own way.
My name is Gwen Harry. My maiden name was Gwen Baker. And I was raised as a little girl in Capilano, but they took me away at the age of 5 to go to a residential school. And I spent all my childhood in residential school. My father's Joe Baker from Squamish, Capilano. My mother was Christine Cook, which is something else, Baker and Cook. But my mother was raised in Alert Bay, the Nimkish First Nation. And my great-grandmother was raised, my grandfather was from, I'm not sure if he's from Kinkham. I think he's from Kinkham Inlet. My great-grandmother was from the West Coast, Howsett. And Well, that's who I am. I have 7 children. I have 15 grandchildren, and I have 16 great-grandchildren.
Fantastic.
So I'm really rich with family, put it that way.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
What was growing up like on the Cap before residential school? Do you remember?
What was growing up before I went to resident. You know, I don't remember too much of it. I remember we were in Capilano, and that we can go in any house we want. I had a great grandmother there. I had a grandmother there, and 2 uncles. So I was able to just make myself at home in any of those homes.
Hmm.
And what I remember, I think I got a picture here.
Do you want me to hold
Here
your
somewhere.
coffee?
I got a picture in here
Do you want me to
when
hold
I
your
was in
coffee?
the playground.
I can hold that.
They had a playground outside my dad's house. Yeah. That's
Wow.
me.
This is you?
I'm there.
You're in there?
Yeah, my sister, my brother,
Whoa.
and my cousin and myself.
Oh, fantastic.
I got 2 of those pictures. One is in front of Chief Matthias. We used to call him Uncle Chief.
Uncle Chief?
Oh, he was our Uncle Chief. We didn't know him any other name but Uncle Chief
Oh,
Uncle Chief.
when we were young.
wow.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what the Cap looks like today in comparison to what it looks like in that picture. It's just wild to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, when that picture was found in the archives in Vancouver, I never ever had a picture of myself or my family
As a
until we saw
child.
that. Yeah. So it was found in the archives. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That would have been a
Because
gift
Chief
to get it.
Matthias was a carver. He was so
Check him.
outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to St. Michael's School at Bullard Bay. That's the residential school I went to. It was an Anglican school. But when we were brought there, we didn't know where we were going. Chief Matthias had a car, and he used to bring us for a ride every now and then. So we were wondering, they dressed us real nice clothes. You know, this is during the Hungry 30s.
Yeah.
And I had these nice clothes on us and got us all ready and looking nice. And Betty's my older sister. Betty and I got to get into the car. Thought we were going for a ride.
Wow.
And but he didn't take my brother Bob or my sister with me. But I can remember in my mind how when we were driving away and how they were chasing the car.
Yeah.
And my brother was crying, running after the car. We were so close. We more or less played together. We slept together probably. We were so close. And because my brother was 3 years old, my sister was 2. They were left behind, but my sister Betty was 6 years old and I was 5.
Wow.
So they brought us to this boat. They called it steamboats.
Yep.
You remember? They brought us to this boat, and that was it. We went on the boat. We just accepted. You know, when you're little kids, you just accept everything.
Yeah.
But my sister and we had each other's. So we went on this boat with this strange man and were brought to Alert Bay School, St. Michael's. And we were afraid at first, but they allowed us to be close,
Well, that's good.
my sister and I. So we got used to it. Something we accepted. So I spent 8 years in there. I grew up in that school. Yeah.
How old were you when you got there? Sorry if I missed that.
5.
You were 5 when you got
I
there?
was 5 years old. My sister was 6.
Your sister was 6?
So you're
Yeah.
about 13 or 14 when you left
Oh,
that
yeah.
school.
Were you?
You were about a teenager when you left then.
Before I went up, my mother died of tuberculosis. So there was no hospitals for them then. So
Right.
she was at home all that time. But we just remember her as her being me. I just remember her as being sick and in bed. Yeah. So, anyways, we went after she passed away. That's when they sent us to school, and I think it was all right because my brother went with grandmother, but my little sister stayed with my dad. You know. So she died at the age of 4, and I don't know what she died of, whether it was TB too or what.
Right.
Yeah,
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 2 sisters.
2 sisters?
Yeah, I had 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
So 5 total.
That's my family. Like, how would you put it?
Immediate?
My immediate family. I had half brothers and sisters because my dad remarried. He had another family.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was like the first days of school like?
I can remember going into that school and seeing all the girls, because it was we were on the girls' side of the school. All these girls were looking at us. They're all curious, I guess.
Yeah.
So they were there just like they were welcoming us.
Mm-hmm.
They were all there. And in that school, there was 96 girls. I grew up with 96 girls and a supervisor, which is 8-hour job, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, that the school was when I was 5, but it went to whatever age. See, the school I went to, we didn't celebrate birthdays. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
We didn't celebrate birthdays. We didn't really worry about our age. We worried more or less about our grades. And we think more of our grades than our age. Because when you're grade 3, you says, oh, in so many years I'll be grade what? You know, it's never age. We graduated at grade 8, so we're all looking forward.
Right.
To grade 8.
Grade 8.
Yeah.
As being
Yeah,
the
and I
end.
was 13.
Right.
What
Right.
did they take you to Alert Bay because St. Paul's wasn't made yet? Is that why?
The reason why they didn't, my great-grandmother didn't believe in church.
Mm-hmm.
She was a very traditional. And so she didn't she took her family, brought them to Capilano. They all went down to Mission. They called Mission.
Yes.
Yeah, and they all settled around the church.
Yes.
But she had a house down there, but she didn't like what was happening, so she took her family, brought them to Capilano. That's how our family were located in Capilano.
Ended up there in
Yeah,
Capilano.
because territory, they could go anywhere,
Yes.
you know, years ago.
Yeah, there wasn't. There was a period of time where the pass system was in effect too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you couldn't move from reserve to reserve or off reserve,
yeah.
right? You had to get permission.
No, not my grandmother at that time, my great-grandmother. She took her family and moved.
Yeah,
And that's when the church was really strong.
right.
I don't know what you'd call it.
Yeah, they had a hold on the community. They controlled the
Yeah.
communities.
There were really good Catholics, and
Yes.
there were
Yeah.
real good Catholics in North Vancouver. They called it Mission.
Yes.
And my grandmother, when she moved, they called them heathen. The ones that were in Capilano moved.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Johnsons were another one,
Yeah.
and Jacobs,
Yeah.
and they called them heathens. But because of that, I wasn't allowed to go to Catholic school,
That's why they sent you to Alert Bay,
Alert Bay.
to
yeah.
the Anglican
Yeah,
residential school.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
There
My
were
dad.
different faiths that
Ran
had
residential
residential
schools.
schools, but they weren't as numerous as the Catholic ones, right? I think the Catholics had
Yeah.
a large percentage of residential schools across the country.
Yeah, my dad went to Lytton School. That was also an Anglican school. So he went
Yeah.
through that too.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. He never talked about it. I don't know. Of course, I didn't know my dad. You
Right.
know, when I was young, we had no bonding. You know, he was just another person to me who came to visit me and my sister,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But then he remarried, and we were like residential school kids to him. And he raised his other family in Capilano. So they were raised in the public school.
Right.
And that's Gurley and all them, you know them. Dickie, Jerry.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
changed. Yeah, they changed
They
so they would
changed it, yeah.
go from residential school into public schools.
Yeah,
Right.
so they were raised in
Yeah.
we weren't. We were raised differently from that.
Yeah, they called it day school then,
Yeah.
I think, right? For a period of time,
Yeah.
it became day school, and then it became full-on public school,
Yeah.
mixing with all populations.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
my dad's second family, I didn't know them at all.
Oh.
You know, I didn't meet them till I was about 17 or 18 years old. And realizing that they were my sisters and
Half
brothers.
siblings
Yeah,
and brothers, yeah.
yeah. And
okay.
it seems like they were just another member of the nation. I really didn't fit in because I was raised in a different area. I was raised in a different religion. So when I went back to Capilano, it felt like I was out of place because religion was quite strong then. I didn't mind it. I
Yeah.
used to go and join, go and watch their concerts and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The church back in, early days was very active as a community.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, I think there was a lot of involvement with families.
I got tuberculosis
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was 13. That's why I left. From there, I went to Coqualeetza Hospital.
Yes, out in Stalo
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah, and I spent 3.5 years in Coqualeetza, but I spent 2 years in bed.
Wow.
We were not allowed out of bed because it's the only
Yeah.
cure then. And but I got an operation on my neck here. And before that, before the operation, we used to go into the operating room and they used to put air, they used to poke us with a needle and put air in our side of our,
Really?
beside our lungs there, the clubs, because I had TB in the lungs,
Oh.
one lung,
Yeah.
the left side. But they gave me an operation to cut something here. I don't know what they did, but they call it phrenic crush. They tied it in a knot, and it slowly healed. And when it healed, I was better.
Wow.
I was able to get up and walk around. I had to learn to walk again.
I guess
know.
2 years in bed, right?
Yeah, I had to learn to walk
Would,
again.
would
yeah.
change things.
2 years.
Yeah,
2 years in bed?
2 years in bed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's not
Coqualeetza.
bed. You know, they
Yeah.
gave us our meals. They bathed us in bed.
Stay right there.
Yeah.
Everything was-
How old were you?
We had to live in that bed.
How old
for
were
2
you?
years. I was about 13.
13. Oh, so
Wow.
right then.
So I was there till 13, 14, 15. Then they
Okay.
gave that crush.
What
Yeah.
what did you do after you recovered? What did you do?
They kept me in there. Well, actually, the doctor says, I'm all better now. You're all better. So you can go home. You know, home was no home, you know.
Right.
So I was institutionalized. So I started crying.
Wow.
I don't cry very often, but I cried that time. I didn't want to go home. You know,
Wow.
I wanted to. So the good doctor got me a little job just to sit in chair and answer phones. You know, and I got paid 10 cents an hour, but they gave me all my free meals. I got all my meals free. The others had to pay, and I didn't have to.
Right.
Yeah. See, Coqualeetza Hospital was one hospital. It was a school before.
Yeah.
They turned it into a hospital. And I got their pay. I was one of the patients. Then so many people got tuberculosis that they had to open one in Nanaimo. After the war, they opened one in Nanaimo.
Yes.
And it was army barrack.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then same thing up Prince Rupert. There's an army barrack there too. So they opened that up,
They opened what they called
both
the
TB
Indian
hot-
hospitals, right? Because they were like that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Can you hear me?
we can hear you. We're gonna have to put words over her video. Just kidding. So then, so you're working there for 10 cents an hour at Coqualeetza Hospital.
I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave it, but I had to because it burnt.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
burnt. Half of the hospital burnt.
And they closed it for a long time.
Yes.
Those buildings were left empty
Yeah.
for many, many years till
Yeah.
they opened up the child welfare office in there of what they call Hochmeath
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I left the hospital. I had to go home then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Did you return back
was,
to
and
Capilano, or did you go somewhere
I
else
went
here?
to Capilano for, I don't know, about a year, just between Capilano and Alert Bay. I had two families that I went to.
Right,
It's like I didn't belong here and I didn't belong there.
right.
That was the feeling. Yeah.
So who was the family that you'd stay with here? Or I mean, in Capilano?
My dad,
Your dad?
my father, yeah.
You never really knew him,
I
though.
never really knew him. He never corrected us. He was too scared to correct us, you know. So he was, he never showed interest in really us. In fact, he apologized before he died
Did he?
because he never showed an interest in his three children by his first wife. Yeah,
Must
What
have been some grief for him to
yeah,
manage, and
yeah.
yeah.
could you describe what he was like, or couldn't even do that because you just never really connected with him?
I can just, well, like I said, I felt alone,
Yeah.
you
So you
know,
couldn't-
in
couldn't-
my house, but I made friends with some of my family
All right.
outside, but they were somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, I had, you know, Anita Gonzalez? Did you know Anita Gonzalez?
I don't know Anita.
Gonzalez, she was Nita Brooks after.
Oh, Brooks. Okay.
She married, but she was in Coqualeetza with me. She's the one, like I seem, she's older than me, and she's the one I seem to turn to.
You
But she
connected
got
with.
married and left. Yeah.
Ah.
So, you know, that was my only close contact with the Squamish band then.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you have 7 children, so during those years, what happened before you started having kids?
Well, I have two of my kids are, you know, and they're my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two older ones.
Right.
Yeah, because my life was just wandering, hey? Yeah. So that's why I say I can't criticize anybody because I had some hard time, but I had more or less everything taken away from me, you know, except my sister.
Right.
You know, I used to, another one I used to run to, but my sister had a harder time. In fact, it reversed after I got married, and I had to help my sister.
Right.
You know, we just had each other's. Yeah.
So you looked after each other through
Yeah.
all that, from the
Yeah.
time you were small till you grew
Yeah.
up into adults and started
My,
having family.
my brother, after I got married, and my life, Sadie Baker helped me.
Yeah.
She helped me change my life. She got me a job in the hospital, and she looked after my two kids. Got me a job in the hospital, and that's when my life kind of changed. It's like I felt like I belonged to something, the world.
Yeah.
It shifted for you
Yeah.
at that point.
It's like, like I was, I don't know how many people are in that situation, but like I was alone. Yeah, but my brother had my grandmother to look after him, but he was also taken away, sent to residential school.
Oh, he was.
And in the meantime, my grandmother died, my great-grandmother died, so he was kind of lost because that was his connection.
Right.
Yeah. And he also didn't get along with my dad, and that he had the same feeling, I think, as I did, as my sister did.
Right.
Yeah.
Not belonging.
Yeah, not belonging, yeah.
Yeah.
My Uncle Dan was the only one that kind of helped us a little, but he had a family of his own. Yeah.
What was I'm just curious about this just naturally, but like when the war was going on, how did life change? Did it change for everybody, or was it relatively business as usual?
When the war?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I was in school when the
When the
Second
war was on?
World War was on.
Yeah.
Because we had to drill.
Hmm.
We had to march. My brother will tell you that he had to learn how to shoot a gun. They all knew before they left school, because Second World War, they didn't know how long it was going to last, and they were training them to go. Some of them went.
Yeah.
The older ones went. Yeah.
Served in.
Yeah.
We have several vets, right?
Yeah.
We've had over the
I
years.
got an uncle over there
Yeah.
in Holland.
In Holland?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He died in Holland.
Yeah.
Killed
His-
in action.
Yeah, his grandfather was a Hong Kong vet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
He was a prisoner
So-
of war.
He's still over there. I met a man, my daughter, she passed on now, but she knew these people, or she worked down Transport Canada, and this man, he's a pilot, and his brother died over here, so he came over to get his brother.
oh wow.
But they were talking, and he told us about how they treated the Canadian soldiers over there. They really respect them,
Yeah.
and he was one of them. So he said he's going to go look for him, but I never saw the man again.
Wow.
He was a pilot on one of these
Big transports.
whatever you call them,
Oh wow.
travel the world.
Yeah.
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 Hey, my relatives, super quick pause in this episode of Our Storytellers just to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by our partners at the Indigenous Screen Office. The Indigenous Screen Office supports Indigenous narrative sovereignty through storytelling on screen. They provide grants to small podcasts like us to support our growth and to support the guests that we can have come on. Big thanks to them. Please check them out on Instagram. Please check out their website. You never know, there might be an opportunity for you on there, especially if you're creating content. Get out there and check them out. Thank you so much to our partners at the Indigenous Screen Office. Back to the podcast. So what was your job at the hospital when you finally got one?
Just a maid.
Just a maid?
They call it, what do they got domestic engineer now.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you kind of took care of the rooms, made sure that
Yeah, I had this hospital here. I had 3 shifts. I had one cleaning rooms and all that.
Yeah.
The second one I had was in the kitchen,
Oh yeah.
cooking and all that. The third one was just being downstairs. That's night shift. But I had to bathe the older babies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't touch newborns, but I could bathe the older babies and toddlers.
Right.
That was my job.
Oh wow.
That must have been cute.
What's that?
I said that must have been cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
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 That's a career in itself.
Yeah.
Working in the hospital in all
Yeah.
those different areas, right?
Yeah.
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 When you were growing up, was there ever any Squamish culture around you, or was it mostly hidden?
No, when I was growing up, see, my brother, my sister, and I that are the only Squamish
Yeah.
in St. Michael's.
Yeah.
But my dad, I think my dad, Simon, Dan, Simon Baker and Dan Baker, my dad, Joe Baker. They had a brother, his name was James. He died in school. And Docky Williams were the ones that went to Lytton School. Docky was a little guy. They had to pack him.
Right.
But they ran away and they got, you'll see that in Simon's book. Simon, you saw that where they ran away
Yeah.
3 times, got brought back, run away, got brought back.
Yeah.
They finally reached Squamish. But from what I hear, that they all have canoes in North Vancouver.
Right.
They got in the canoe and they paddled to Squamish.
Wow.
They got to my grandmother's house. My grandmother cried because at that time they had to go to jail if they keep their kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she cried, told them they have to go back.
Oh, that must
And,
have just been so hard.
So she sent her sons back to Lytton.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were more harsh. They're the ones. See, when I went to school, I didn't know the language because my father lost it. It was taken away from him. When I went to school, I went with kids who were from Nass River. They called the Nishkas,
Yeah.
and the Bellabellas, the Hatsley. Hatsley, whatever is it called?
Heltzig.
Yeah. And Queen Charlotte Haudegui
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the Coqualeetza people.
Yeah.
They knew their language because they're from farther up north. But
Little
when
more
they
smaller communities, right? They got
Yeah.
an insulation from
Yeah.
such urbanization that we had here.
Yeah, but when they went to school, because I knew English, I went in grade 1 right away. But when they went to school, they had to go through grade C, grade B, grade A before they could be grade 1.
Wow.
It's because they didn't know English.
Right.
They had to learn the English before they could go to school, even go in a class.
Wow.
You know, so I didn't have to go through that because my dad went through it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, you're working at the hospital. How old are you when you get the job at the hospital?
I was about 24,
24.
23, 24 when I
And-
worked in the hospital.
And
But when I was a patient in the hospital, I was 13.
right.
Yeah,
And so you're working in the hospital
that was up here.
up here,
Yeah,
and up here being up here in Squamish.
Squamish.
Yeah. And like, what's life like for you at the time? You said your life is starting to turn around.
Yeah, because I got to know those people up there. The
Yeah.
nurses. The doctor was really good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and
Are you
the
married at the
other
time?
workers. Yeah.
You're married?
And it made me.
Yeah.
It just like when we went to school, St. Michael's School, we didn't go to school all day. Once you reached grade 4, you only went to school half a day. The other half a day you had to work. I went to a farm school. There was cows, chickens, pigs, horses, fields of vegetables, another field of berries, one field of apple trees. So I went to school with that. But I also went to school with, there was 200 of us in that school. 96 girls and 104 boys, 200. And we stayed in dormitories. And there was 3, I don't know how they fit us in 3 dormitories. But
Very
they fit
close.
us in 3 dormitories, yeah. And the boys had 4 dormitories. So, you know, we never saw the boys unless we visited them. They come to visit us, or we're still in a classroom. We had our desks, all the girls, boys, girls, and we couldn't speak to one unless we're spoken to. And that was only by the teacher. We couldn't talk to each other. You know, I don't know if you were like that.
You know, my mom was the one that went to residential school and then day school. And
Oh, yes, she
my
did.
parents, well, she was in residential school from the time she was 6. I think she spent like 6 years there. And then she ended up 6 or 8 years, and then she ended up on to day school and finished at Thomas Aquinas in the day school and graduated out. I think she was one of the few that actually got her grade 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, there weren't a lot in those days.
She went to
Did
pub.
you need to get the phone, Gwen?
Do you,
You went to public school.
I went to public school.
You're the first
Did you need to get your
generation.
phone?
Yeah, it's okay. No, just leave it. It'll go
Granny actually graduated from public school.
Public school in the end, yeah.
Yeah, so she started at residential school, St. Paul's, then went to day school, and then I think in grade 11 she went to public school because they didn't have any more students.
Yeah, and they only had they had a few that went. It was her and maybe one other or 2.
Yeah.
But they moved them over to public school to finish under special permission.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I think she ended up graduating. It was like that transition happened around that time she was old enough to graduate.
You know, it's funny when I went to Alert Bay
Yeah.
residential school, but there was a day school there
Really?
where some of the kids, they couldn't go to day school, their parents. For some reason, I don't know, they weren't all forced to go, I guess. But we were forced,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But your mom passed away young.
She was 5.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
because
about
you were very young, right?
26, 27.
Yeah, and you were young. So
Yeah.
sometimes I think that was one of the factors that
Yeah,
made a difference.
yeah.
And my mom's parents were still alive till they were adults. So they went to kind of the residential school, day school, and then started into public school at the very end, because she was one of the last ones in the family in residential school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because her youngest sibling Iris was in public school. Not that was better, because I think public school at that time was just as hard as residential school.
Yeah, because we
Lots of trouble.
when my kids grew up to go, to attend elementary, the mothers because they're first generation, they weren't treated well, so
Yes.
mothers got together and I think we had the Homemakers Club, but that was BC wide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was part of the work they did,
yeah.
was
We
to
were
try and help the kids
Yeah.
have an easier time.
Yeah, we were part of that, but we didn't know because we're just, we didn't know what we were getting into. But
Yeah.
we knew we wanted to do something for our kids
Yeah,
because they were first generation in the public school.
yeah.
What was the Homemakers Club?
It was BC-wide by Department of Indian Affairs, but they didn't fund us. They just gave us a title. We did our own fundraising and that.
And what was it for?
It was more or less I don't really know. I just know what we did was for our kids.
Right.
Yeah, that was our aim.
Right.
Yeah.
It allowed you to come together
Yeah, we
to
got
help
together.
them as a group rather than trying to be a parent one at a time,
Yeah.
going in and
And because they all attended
the same
the
schools.
schools. But it's funny, you know, you ask that question. And what all we could think of is getting our kids together, having parties, Halloween parties, Christmas parties,
Yeah.
Easter parties, sports day. That's what we did. And just to be together, you know.
Yeah, the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we wanted I don't know how to put this, but now that I think of it, we were really helping our kids to fit in the school, to be proud of themselves, to be together.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Supported.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did you meet your husband?
Here,
Here.
yeah.
What's the story?
What's the story? He used to come and take me when I used to work up in the hospital. He used to come and get me, walk me home. So I ended
Made
up
sure you
marrying
got
him.
home safe.
I ended up marrying him. Yeah, yeah.
What was he like?
He was he drank, but he was a good father.
Yeah.
He was. He brought his kids out fishing. He brought them out hunting. He made them help provide for the family, the boys. We were really strict with our family. They had to be in bed in the house by 8 o'clock in the summer, and they had to be in the house by supper time in the winter. But we had that training, I guess, through the residential school. We always had our meals together. I used to, like I say, I used to holler at all my kids to come home because they were all so free. They can, as long as they're close by, and come home when they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had freedom to roam in the
Yeah.
community around here,
Play.
and it was safe.
freedom to play. Yeah, it was
'Cause
safe.
I think you said it was their playground.
Yeah,
This place.
yeah.
Here.
They didn't have a playground. They just
Yeah.
had the reserve as a playground.
Yeah.
You know, my kids went to school with white kids, put it that way, with the kids up in Hospital Hill here. The doctor, kids, the lawyer, he lived up there too. Kids, the administrator for the hospitals. They went to electrician. They played with those kids. Those kids, because we have so much freedom here, the kids up there would come down
Here to play.
to play with my kids, and their parents trusted us. So they play around the reserve. But the funny part of it is my kids are native, right? They're not. But when they play together, because it's the era of the cowboy and Indian,
Yeah.
who is the cowboy? My sons. Who is the Indian? The guys.
The hill.
Didn't mean nothing to them, eh?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
reverse the
They
roles.
just
They
saw
didn't
the
care.
movie. Yeah.
I get to play that. No.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. When you leave kids to do their own thing, they
Yeah.
don't see color and things like that.
Yeah. And then those people up there trusted us to
Yeah.
have their kids down here. Yeah.
Did your family go to church every Sunday? Keep it up.
What's that?
Did your family go to church every Sunday?
Now and then. Sadie Baker used to live up here. She used to go to Pentecostal church. And she got our kids going to the Pentecostal church. The minister, whatever, priest, he used to come down with what we thought was a bus, but it was really a van. And he used to bring the kids to the church. Yeah, that's only Sunday school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they learned a little bit about that. Yeah, but I'm not a church goer.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to my Anglican church for a while because I liked the minister. Be honest with you. He was a nice man. He used to come and visit,
Right.
say hello. And so I used to go to church. But after he left, I didn't go. You know, it's just
You just went because
just
of him.
because of him. He was
Yeah,
a nice man. He was kind and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was black.
And he made you want to
Minister.
go.
He's a black minister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, did you ever hear any family stories or anything like that growing up, or from anybody that was in the community?
Just my genealogy, my history,
Right.
you know, because I didn't know where I was from. I didn't know who was related to me.
Right.
I got a big family. The Baker family's big. Okay, there's two brothers and 4 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you know them.
A little bit, just
There's my grandfather was Johnny Baker.
yeah.
His brother was Willie Baker.
Yeah.
So Willie Baker, we all call them North Van Bakers and the Capilano Bakers.
Capilano Bakers.
Yeah. But my great-grandfather was John Baker. John Baker was from England. And I guess you heard of that.
Yeah, I had heard
Yeah,
that
he
the
was
original.
English, yeah.
He was English, yeah.
Yeah, he worked in a mill, Hastings Mill.
Hastings Mill that was built
Yeah.
over on the Stanley
Yeah.
Park side of
Yeah,
the water.
he worked in Hastings Mill.
Yeah.
He lived in where Coal Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but long ago,
Yeah.
they could move anywhere. You know,
Mm-hmm.
some people move up here. Some people move. They just moved around.
They moved back and forth,
Yeah.
right? So they moved,
Yeah,
I think,
they had
along
long
with the food.
houses.
Yeah, and the long houses because
Yeah.
they moved with the long
I didn't
houses.
see that, but my brother did. I
Yeah.
didn't see that. Did
Right.
you?
Well,
Your
I
mom?
was.
Did your mom do?
She was aware, but it was my youngest uncle that started
Yeah.
looking at, because our auntie built the first longhouse on Mission Reserve when the potlatch law was reversed. He remembers when his parents would go out to bingo, he would hear the drums, and then he started to go over and participate.
Oh.
So it was Maurice Latache, he calls himself now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he was one of the only of my mom's generation
Yeah.
that went that way into culture more
Yeah.
deeply, like started going into the longhouse, learning the songs, learning the dances,
Yeah.
participating.
But they lived in it.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
some of them did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they moved
'Cause,
back into them.
There's supposed to have been 2 down here. But they lived in their longhouses, and that's where, your family is your cousins and,
Your immediate
yeah, they
extended
just-
family would
yeah.
all live together in the
Yeah.
same place.
It wasn't just like how we live.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mother,
Very
father,
individualized now,
son.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I didn't see that. My brother did. So, but anyways, I was talking about my great-grandfather came from England. He married Mama Baker. Mama Baker. I don't even know her name. I just know her by Mama Baker.
Yeah.
and she had 2 sons and 4 daughters, and that's practically all
Yeah,
there's that.
And that got it started.
that got things started.
That
yeah.
got the Bakers started after that. Interesting.
Because because my dad had, they had big families. Then there was 6 of us.
Yeah, they never had less than 6 or 8 kids.
Two died, but he had, his second family had 8.
As well.
So he had 8 and 6, 14 kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from him.
yeah, so they had
Yeah.
big family. And long ago, they never seemed to, how would you put it? They don't like living alone like we do,
Yes.
you know.
They want
My-
everybody close. And
Yeah,
in,
my grandmother remarried on my dad's. I'll talk about my family tree. My dad's mother was Susan Joe. Susan Joe was Chief Matthias's sister,
Yes.
and Emma. And you know,
She was a Thomas, wasn't she?
Emma was she married up at Cape Much.
Yes.
She was Wallace.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, Cape Mudge.
yeah.
Eileen Joe. Chuchi talked about the Joes.
Explain that to me, Mom. Can you explain that to me?
So,
So Susan.
Susan Matthias
See
is a sister to
No.
Joe.
Susan Joe.
Joe.
Matthias is supposed to be Matthias Joe.
Matthias Joe.
Yeah, but they called him Chief Matthias. That's how the Matthias got their last name.
Okay, it
But
became
they
the
would have
last
been
name.
Joe, because Joe Matthias, Chief Joe Matthias, you know him.
Yeah.
He's grandson of Chief Matthias, Buffalo son.
Buffalo Matthias. Yes.
Buffalo Matthias, but it's supposed to be Joe, Buffalo Matthias Joe. That's how they're registered, because when
Yeah.
Chief Matthias is registered as Chief Joe Matthias Joe.
Chief
Yeah.
Joe Matthias Joe.
Chief Joe Matthias Joe, that's how he's registered.
Wow.
Yeah. So Joe was really the last name. That's
Okay.
that's what the church gave us our names, eh? Yeah.
Right.
Most of them have one name, like Ernie's family is Chief Harry. Chief Harry had children. Chief Jimmy Harry, Ignatius Harry, the one that married Annie Harry, the one that married George
Okay.
from Burrard.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Chief George.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they take the names, their first names that the church gave them. That's what I think.
Yeah, I know it
Yeah.
got quite confusing too, because they, over time, it's shifted a bit as well in those
Yeah.
names, hasn't it? Even though the families are still like they would be, like the Joe family.
Yeah, the Joe family.
Yeah.
Then you got the Joseph family.
Joseph family, you have.
Then you got the Harry family.
Yeah.
You know, Chief Harry. The George family.
Yeah.
George. You know,
Yeah.
just the Bakers, because the guy was from England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Nahanis
The
and
Haney's too.
Coqualeetza's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all came over from the Stanley Park side
Yeah.
and became part of Capilano, part of Mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was around the 20s that the families all started coming down to be largely populated on those two reserves. And I
Yeah.
think it was the residential schools that drew a lot of them there so they could be near their children,
Yeah.
you know, closer. If they had a chance to get them out for holidays, then they would be close enough to have their children come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking, yeah, well, we were about family trees. Okay, my great-grandfather came from England. My great-grandmother, they call her Agnes. She came from Potlatch Creek. That's where she was from, but her mother was from Cape Much. It's from the Campbell River area.
Campbell River, yeah, Cape
Yeah,
Mudge. There's they say there's two reserves there. One goes one way, Cape Mudge, and then the other one was
Yeah, so that's
and the other.
yeah, that's where she came from. But she married. I'm all mixed up here, Chief Joe Capilano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't know much about him. I hear different stories about him.
There's a lot written, but not by the family, so
Yeah.
it's a little more confusing. I know Don Matthias knows that history really well. He was taught the line all the way through, so he knows his family names really well.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him a little bit on that, but yeah, I don't know as much about their family and their ties to how they
Yeah,
are.
because, yeah.
But I know that he was from Sgsmålsjøs and Capilano. What's Capilano
Yeah,
today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He belongs to my family.
So he's part of
He's
your
part
extended
of
family.
the Chief Matthias family.
Yes.
But his mother married somebody from up north.
Hi, my relatives. If you're enjoying this podcast, or if you have any feedback on this podcast, please let us know, because we're always trying to get better at the same time. But especially if you're enjoying this podcast, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think we have some really cool projects coming out that you might want to check out. Please follow us on Spotify. Share our reels as well too. That helps us out so much. And yeah, just check us out. Share the word. We're working really hard to keep this content coming for you. And the support helps us out so much, and we're so grateful. Thank you so much for listening. Back to the podcast.
So, where was I? Chief Joe Capilano, I don't know too much about. Some say he was from Musqueam.
Yeah.
Some say that Capilano was born in Musqueam, not his father. Chief Joe Capilano's father, Chief Capilano.
Right.
They claim,
Yeah.
but we don't know how. From what I hear, Musqueam wasn't. It was just a territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything else, we could travel anywhere
Yeah.
in our territory. Yeah.
And we would for trade. You'd ask permission to come and harvest anyways, right?
Yeah.
It was by
Yeah.
agreement, by a
Yeah.
conversation.
You know, I lived here. I'll go back. I'm going to be off subject.
No, I want to. What you
No,
lived
no.
here? Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
hear it.
I lived here when I was young. I lived in a two-room shack because the government, when they took away the longhouses, they gave us two-room shacks.
Oh, right.
So there must have been 40 two-room shacks here in Squamish. The majority of them were here in Sţaatmas. And, you know, anybody like that was during church, everybody was really believed in the church. So a lot of these people moved out of this area to go to Mission.
Yes.
They built their homes there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there were two-room shacks too.
Some of the older ones were, I think they called them like a panabode home style. They were similar to what they built for the railway places, like just a couple rooms, very basic.
Yeah,
Not,
that's
and
what it is.
all the family would live in that.
yeah.
So if they had 2 kids or they had 10 kids, they all lived in
Yeah,
that
that's right.
2-room place.
Yeah, and the people, anybody could move in those two-room shacks. Nobody say, "Oh, that's my house," you know.
Right. Yeah.
Because even the people from Mount Curry used to come down and live in these two-room shacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're also a lot of
And
relatives of ours.
so
up
they were
Mount
really
Curry,
close
right?
to us too,
Yeah.
the Mount Curry.
Yeah, Mount Curry, Lil Wat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Well, my niece is married to the
Yeah.
Adelaide family up there.
Yeah.
The Leo family. She's married
Yeah.
into the Leo family.
Yes, and this was in my time,
Uh-huh.
you know. So it's not too long ago.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
It's all current history now. It's current
yeah,
time.
it's
eh?
history, but it's closer.
Well, it's
Still
just,
here.
it's just because it's a few years back. My kids accuse me of telling stories that are history, so
Yeah.
That's
it's a
hilarious.
generational thing.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. In 1923, the amalgamation happened, right? What was living through the hereditary chief system like before it changed in the 80s, right?
I don't know too much about that.
You don't know too much about that?
I'm just like anybody else who learns
Yeah.
because I'm so young. It was all taken away from us. Everything was taken away from us.
Right.
But somehow those 16 chiefs were there, and after I started thinking about it, you know, I knew I had a Chief Matthias. I know that was my chief,
Yeah.
Uncle Chief, but I didn't know what it meant when I was growing up.
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't know there were 16 then, you know. So when I learned, I got very political. I'm very political. So I find out that we may have been 16 chiefs, but there was so much, they lost some, their power, eh? We were under Indian agent then. They had more power over us than anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, when
But then some people just fought against it. You know, a lot of our indigenous family all over up and down the coast, they used to have what was it called? Native Brotherhood.
yeah, they
had the
became
Native
very
Brotherhood,
big.
and they banded together, and I think that made a difference. Yeah, but we had to. It's still an uphill battle. You know that. Yeah, it's still an uphill battle.
Yep.
A little better, but still is. Yeah.
We don't have the same, I think, in some cases, life-threatening legislation like
Yeah.
residential school that hovers. There's better things in place, but I think that the challenges are different for our people being heard, like because we didn't have treaties.
We
here.
didn't know.
No, and
We
there
were
wasn't
just numbers.
discussion of it. Yeah, we were just numbers under residential school. And, you know, our families, although we were all kinship related,
Yeah.
there was a danger of complete separation of those families without some type of coming together, right?
I always wondered if the church had anything to do with it.
They had everything to do with it.
Religion, I just wondered, because I've got a lot of cousins that are Catholic,
Yeah.
and first cousins, they're Catholic.
Strong Catholics,
Yeah.
right? Like very, very strong in their in following it.
In fact, when I married Ernie's Catholic. I'm Anglican. I would not marry in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
It says, so the Indian agent, it's like eloping.
Oh, yes, yes.
We got married in church, Anglican church. But my witnesses was the housekeeper and the choir master. That was my witness. I had to have a witness.
Very small
Yeah, we
intimate
just got married.
ceremony. It was just
Yeah.
a ceremony
Yeah.
to officiate
I didn't.
things.
I didn't dress in white with everything.
Yeah, it's a bit overrated
Throw
though,
the
eh?
bouquet.
Yeah. It's overrated, I think.
Interesting.
So, and then because I got married, Ernie got married in Anglican church.
Yeah.
He was a good Catholic in a way,
Yeah.
but he didn't go to church, but he really believed in it. Yeah. He believed in the church, but he didn't believe in all their philosophies.
He wasn't a practicing Catholic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he go to church all
I
the time?
I don't know what to call him, because he used to sing.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be singing away, and I says, "What are you singing?" And he laughs. He says, "Oh, I learned that in school." I says, "But you're not singing in English." He
Right.
was singing in Latin.
In Latin. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a time when everything was said in Latin and sung in Latin, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so he knew how to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's weird.
One of those little things that happen in your life, right? Yeah. Crazy, eh? So he remembers how to sing in Latin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he sang it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, when do you become more politically active? Like, when does that start happening?
That's what at the Homemakers Club.
Oh, right then and
We
there.
started there.
Right.
As we went along, we met a lady, she became a real good friend of mine. Her name was May Harris.
Okay.
You knew her?
May Harris. The name is familiar to
Yeah,
me. I
May
don't think I
Harris.
knew her though.
I think
but-
your mother did.
Oh, she probably did. Yes. Yeah.
May Harris died in 1994. No, she died in 2002. And she more or less helped us to get where we are today. Not only here, but in North Van too.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that when we had the homemakers, she's the one that got us to go to Indian Affairs. She write little notes to each one of us with questions. That was the question we had to ask. And she made us do that. We were too backward then. We thought white man was more superior than we were,
Yeah.
because we were taught by them. There were supervisors, there were our ministers and priests and all that. Yeah.
So it was understood that because they were professional, that we were not as
Yeah, we were so backward. We thought we were down here.
Down there.
Second class.
Second class, yeah.
Yeah. So she taught us to go, and we finally got braver and do our own questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good. She was one of a kind.
Helped to lift people up, lift women up.
Yeah.
And that.
She had a real thick accent. She was Scottish, right over from Scotland.
Oh,
She
yeah.
got married and
Wow.
she came over in the Queen Mary with all the war brides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She lived in Glasgow
Yeah.
and it's very modern. She married a guy from Saskatchewan. And she had a shock of her life when she...
Yeah, she would have had a shock of her life going to Saskatchewan back at that time. It would have been. It's small still now.
Yeah.
It's not as
20
popular.
miles to go to the store.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, in Glasgow, she just went around the corner to the
To
store.
the shops. It would have been a great shock. The land is so much bigger here.
Yeah. So she has her history too. Just like,
So what? She was Scottish, but she was helping out through the
helped
Homemakers Club. Through the Homemakers Club, she knew everybody,
yeah.
and then she helped everybody out.
She knew us. She knew me. She didn't know me until I went. I got a phone call from her friend that she wants to meet us. So Doreen Baker, she lives up here. We went and met her. And that was the beginning of it all, where she really helped us.
Why was she helping?
Yeah, she got us the grants. You got a grant now?
Yeah.
But she got us the grants from, I think, I forgot what is it called? First Citizen Fund?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of, that's been a long running.
That's a big grantor.
That's a big grantor, yep.
DIA. And there was another one. Oh, the grants. You know, we called LIP way back when.
Yeah.
We had those 3 grants. That's how we got the nursery school. We got a library. And we had a cultural center. They tore that down to put the gas station there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we had all that. It's all through grants. The Shaker Church down here was through a grant.
Fantastic.
The one they call the Elders Gathering Place,
Yeah,
she's the one that got it,
the grant to get it built.
to get that through Jerry Baker, my brother.
Wonderful.
And the,
Really?
Wow.
And the longhouse up in Paradise, it burnt last week,
Oh, did it?
but the
Okay.
longhouse up at Paradise belonged to the North Vancouver School.
Okay.
She got that grant for it too. She was really good that way.
Why was she helping? Just because she wanted
just,
to?
I don't know, she just knew, she really liked us. Yeah. She was my friend till she died.
Yeah.
And
Wanted to do something good
yeah,
for,
but
for, for our
I
community.
was the one that drive. I did all the driving. I used to drive. I used to drive. So I drove her everywhere she wanted to go.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I got politically involved.
Great.
Interesting.
And how many years did you do that?
I started in 1965, 63, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember I told you we all had that alcohol problem?
Yep.
Okay, I was one of them. We thought it was great to get drunk, you know,
Yeah.
years ago. And if you had a fight in a party, you say, oh, the party went great, so-and-so was fighting.
Yeah. 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 It wasn't a
But,
good party till
you know,
somebody had a fight.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny that I went through that phase in my life.
Yeah.
I drank in a beer parlor, left the beer parlor. Now and then we get a bootlegger. We paid quite a bit of money for that
Yeah.
booze then, just a case of beer. But eventually we were allowed to take alcohol out of the liquor store. We were allowed to go into cocktail lounges.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the worst time of my life and my kids' life
Right.
because we thought we had to join everybody, go house to house to house to get drunk, you
Right.
know. I quit. I quit one day. It was really real hard. November day, cold. I lost my voice, got sick, hungover, you know. So I thought, well, time to quit, and I quit, you know.
Yeah.
So but it was really awful in those years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good memories for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought of well, I like driving.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't my kids that stopped me. It was the car. Because I knew if I lose my license, I wasn't going to be. I loved driving.
Yeah.
So I was going to. So it wasn't my kids. I had to fit my kids into my life after. It seems, you know, that's what happened. Material thing made me quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but and from then on, seems like my life just went up
Yeah.
instead of down.
Yeah.
Change
Seems like I
direction.
hit my bottom and I start going back up.
Yeah.
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 That tends to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went through that.
You got some very strong kids, and
Yeah.
they've had
Yeah.
remarkable careers. Some of your children, eh?
Yeah.
And they do have remarkable careers.
Yeah.
So that change, like you said, has been an upward
Yeah,
for
just went up.
everybody,
Yeah.
right?
I more or less, instead of talk, I more or less set example. You
Yeah.
know, once I quit drinking. My kids went all through it. I couldn't stop them. They had to
No.
learn on their own, and they did, you know.
I have an aunt or a sister, and she shares a saying that I really like. She says, "You can't steal someone else's story. You have to let them go through their story. It's,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
their journey, right?
Yeah,
You can't steal their journey.
yeah,
So, good, bad, or otherwise, no matter how much we want to keep the pain from them, eh?
that's
have to-
what I say. That's the wisdom of the elders, because
Yes.
we experience, and we know what we did wrong, and we share in a good way with someone else. And I always think that's the wisdom of the elder. I don't care what they say about, you hear about elders, this, how many hundreds, but an elder is someone that'll help share their experience. We're not, I always say I'm not UBC trained, but I know more than some of them. I went back when Molly passed away. Ross and Molly, they went down on that.
That road,
I went back
that
and
highway. Yeah.
I filled in Molly's place in the school. And I'll be darned, I taught the teacher. You know, I more or less went backwards.
Yeah.
I was a grade 8 student, but I worked with the kids and all through that time. I worked with the kids. That was my experience. So as an elder, I was able to share that. And she got a lot out of me. And she was my instructor, but I helped her. So, and
Wow.
she made sure to let everybody know. You know, she was a taught in Douglas College, the ECE program.
Oh yeah, early childhood
Yeah.
education. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I taught her. Some.
Beautiful.
She got something out of me. I didn't teach her. She got something.
So to build off that, what do you want our generation to start doing today?
What I, you know, in my mind, everything changes, right? Things change around you, and yet everything stays the same. You know, we still have to feed our family. We still have to clothe our kids. We still have to teach them right and wrong, and all these things that don't change. But everything around you changes. Like when I went talking about my days, my drinking days, it was just alcohol. There was no drugs involved,
Yeah.
just alcohol. But now they're dealing with drugs. Not, and you go, not only that, even the change is the freedom. Because my kids used to play all over. I got all my kids spikes when they're little, young.
Yeah.
They used to ride all over, right up to Chikai, ride around,
Yeah.
go fishing. They had all that freedom.
Yeah.
But my granddaughter, her kids go to the school up here. My kids used to walk to the school,
Yep.
but her kids, she won't let them
They get a
because
drive.
she's got that little fear in her. And so she takes them school, but she's being overprotective. I don't know how everything is so organized. You know what I mean?
Structured, everything is exactly what it
Structured,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go have their recreation. They have a place for recreation. They can't just go anywhere.
Just wander and play in the bush in the
Yeah.
woods. No.
Yeah.
It's they go to a structured play area, they play, and then they
Yeah.
come back.
I know, play with a friend down the hill.
Yeah, nothing like that today.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
So it's too, and so that's a change, and that's because, and another change is technology.
Yes.
You know, that little guy up here, he's 11 years old now, but he's in front of his,
Plugged in and
he's got
on
all these expensive
gaming systems.
to keep him home, you know.
Right.
He should be out, you know,
Getting fresh air and playing till dark.
learning how to live out there, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. But then there's so many cars too.
It's
You go-
busier, right? It's
You go
and
out
they're
there
fast.
and you see cars, you know. It's just slow, you know, just almost stopping, just on this.
Oh, the amount of traffic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so heavy now.
Yeah.
Like you have so many people coming.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what, I'd like to see the kids have more freedom. But then I can't tell. They say we're old-fashioned,
Yeah.
you know, and yet that was good times. Yeah,
Simpler times.
simpler
With
times.
less choices. Like I think when you said something about you had alcohol to deal with, but not all these drugs that are around.
Yeah,
Yeah, and some of them are quite a bit more dangerous than
than
you know,
others, yeah.
yeah. Some are
scary.
more dangerous than others.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Because Keely loves my granddaughter, she lives with me. She tells the kids, don't take any candy that looked like pills.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Halloween,
They got to go through all their
They gotta
stuff
go through
carefully.
but when I was in school, we didn't have tricks or treat. I don't know when it started.
Yeah.
We didn't have tricks or treat. We had masquerade bonfire, and that was it.
Yeah, not like this door to door
And we had
thing.
costume, yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't have tricks or treat.
Yeah.
No.
I remember in the 70s when I was little that we started doing dress up because we would do those things, and we started going out trick or treating. But we were living in like white subdivisions where that was what everybody from the public schools, they would talk about it, and then they would all go in the neighborhoods
Yeah.
and do that. But you're right, I don't remember what it was like prior. Like
Yeah.
in my mom when she was a child too. She didn't talk about that
No.
as being something they did. So,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And for me, when I had my kids, I started encouraging them to have parties, or we would be in neighborhoods where we knew the neighborhoods really, really well.
Yeah.
So we would take them, and they would go and trick or treat, and they
Yeah. Just.
but they were never unsupervised.
Yeah.
We always went on the walk. So,
Yeah.
I walked along, and I didn't get too close, but I knew where they were because I was sight and sound. And then I had to go through all the stuff to make
Yeah.
sure it was safe, and take out the treats I liked. Just kidding.
I feel so lucky because I think I'm the last of the free kids. Like, I was like, bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as when you guys got older, it was different. But even when they were really little, I remember never being,
My
Well,
kid-
when we were kids, we went somewhere. We were allowed to go wherever we wanted to, but even like we were
My-
playing hockey in the street and whatever, like we played.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like kids don't ever get to play
Yeah.
anymore.
Here it was lacrosse.
Oh, I played lacrosse.
they
Yeah.
played, our boys all
Played
played
lacrosse.
lacrosse and hockey. So
Yeah.
they did hockey, and then they transferred to lacrosse in
Make
the
their
spring.
own.
Oh, yes.
You like going to lacrosse games?
Yeah. They had lacrosse up here for 4 years, and what happened is the gas started going up. It was all volunteer,
Right.
and then gas started going up. So
Too high, so they
Too high,
stopped
and then-
coming to play.
it seems like the league
Hmm.
started going too far out. It wasn't just North Vancouver.
Right.
They seemed to going far out because kids had to go to Chilliwack and
I think I played Squamish.
Yeah, well, we traveled everywhere with you guys for lacrosse because we went as far as Hope. We went all the way across the lower mainland, we came up here.
I played the island. I played a lot on the
We
island.
played on the island
A
as
lot.
well. So that was a little harder because
Yeah.
that required traveling and staying over.
yeah,
Gibson's.
So,
We
yeah.
would do Gibson's
We
in a
did
day.
Gibsons. Yeah, you could do Gibsons in a day. Had to catch a ferry really early and catch the last one out on the way
Oh.
home to make it. It was a tight day.
yeah,
So, and it took all day. So we all carpooled and stuff
yeah.
for those games.
That was hard for some families, especially volunteers. I was a volunteer.
Yeah, me too. I usually did team manager or something that
Yeah.
like real direct parent involvement always, right? Because the fundraising, all the rest of it. I wanted to make sure my kids were safe when we went to these things, at least
Yeah.
as safe as you could make them.
Yeah,
Let's.
it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Would you like to be a guest on Our Storytellers? Because all you have to do to connect with us is just email info@ourstorytellers.ca, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. That sounds like a voicemail, which I think is hilarious. But If you email us, we'll give you a call and we'll listen to your story and we'll probably film it. So please reach out to us if you're interested in being a guest, because we love to share stories from all walks of life, from all different experiences. We think that everybody's story is valuable and that you can learn from anybody's story. So please email us and we'll schedule a call with you as soon as we can. That also sounds like a voicemail, but back to the podcast. I asked this question to everybody that we film, but it's, what does ceremony mean to you?
Ceremonies?
Yeah. What does it mean to you?
Ceremony, because it all came back, right? I find some ceremonies, it was so simple when we were younger, simple ceremonies. But now you have to have money, so much money. When I did we're volunteers, right? I told you we were volunteers. We volunteered for the cooking. Anything that happens, we gathered, we volunteered for the cooking.
Yeah.
We, like funeral, we even help anybody wants, want a wedding, we help them as a family, as a community. We did that. But it's not like that anymore. I don't know what to think of ceremony. I have my pros and cons.
What are your pros and what are your cons?
Okay, I've had ceremonies. I had name giving. My husband gave all his kids a name, but it was so simple. I did the cooking.
Yeah.
I was in the kitchen doing the cooking while my kids were getting their names.
Yeah.
So that was really simple. We didn't invite everybody. We just invited a few,
Yeah.
just to let them know that we gave them a name. So all my kids got ancestral names.
Yeah.
And my name, I had an ancestral name when I was born from Alert Bay. But they didn't, they gave you a name when you were born.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ceremony.
No.
It was just given. But when my mother died, she took it with her. So we didn't know it because of the residential school change.
She didn't share it, so you
No.
knew what it was. But
No.
it was gifted. It was given to you at
Maybe
birth, right? That.
Maybe she did with my dad, but he's
Yeah.
Squamish. She's from another
place.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's how they did it long ago. But the way they have the ceremonies now, I shouldn't say this. I'm going to record.
You're gonna.
No, go ahead and say it. You've lived long enough to be strong in your feelings.
But I find that it's too structured.
Yeah.
We got to do it the Longhouse way.
Do you think it's colonized?
I do in our way. We are colonizing ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
We've always done that. We've always, like I told you, I grew up in Alert Bay and but I'm Squamish. So just like it being an outsider in both areas
Exactly.
when I was young.
Yeah.
So so it's not only happened, it just, I think the way I always say it's a church. I really do believe the church has a lot to, and the government in a distant way.
Yeah.
But the church being there, I think it does that.
They bring their colonial
Yeah.
way and just let it fill the gaps of things that are missing in our societies, right?
And I think what nowadays it changed. Like my granddaughter, her man is Scottish. She's got 2 children from him.
Yeah.
My son is married to Ukrainian. She's got a son, but his first wife was German,
Right.
you know? So there's a lot of intermingle in our families. I don't mind, but I don't like anybody pressuring it on me, you know?
Right.
I believe I may be Squamish, and I may be a member of this band, but I have children, I have my own family, they choose their mates, and that's fine, but that should not be something that's like colonization.
Yeah, and I think
Hold
what
on,
you're
hold
saying
on.
has to do with more about membership
Yeah,
and how our children are accepted here. Because as they marry, there are sometimes issues around the children being
who
registered.
was I talking to? A lady, I think she's your relative.
Yeah.
I told her, oh, Lynn Widows. I knew Lynn.
Oh yeah, Lynn
Lynn
Widows.
Widows,
I
Lynn
know of
Haney.
her. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she wants to come and interview me too.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, but
Oh,
for business.
right.
But anyhow,
You're a hot commodity, Gwen.
yeah, I got so much, because of my
Totally.
age.
Yes.
I
You're a
know,
living library.
yeah, I got so much. But anyhow, what were we talking about?
Lynn Widows, and we were talking about the
Oh,
children.
yeah. What was
So
it?
what you were saying was your grandson and granddaughter married outside or have
Yeah.
families outside of the band,
Different nationalities.
and
Yeah.
and you don't think that they should be less
No,
Squamish in comparison.
no,
Yeah.
I don't think so. And what I was going to say, I was one of the 6 when C-31 came in. I was one of the 6
Yeah.
that were in the committee. It's all volunteer. And we were dealing with C-31 then, returning band members. And the only reason, it was more or less because of my sister losing her status.
Right.
And I didn't like the way they were treating her. They treated her differently than the way they treated me, and that wasn't right.
Same bloodline.
Same
Equivalent.
bloodline, yeah,
Yeah, your sisters.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they were treating her differently.
My mom too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what has happened. But I was one of the 6. The other one was Winnie. Jason's first wife.
Jason's first wife, yeah.
Yeah, she passed away.
Well, she passed away young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was with me. She was beside me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Very kind, gentle
Yeah.
woman.
Carol Newman.
Yeah.
She was in Julie. She was another one. Frank Rivers
Yeah.
and Willie Nahaney.
Yeah.
We were the 6. And so we didn't know what we were getting into. We were just going to do it, eh?
Yeah.
But pretty soon it just got larger and larger. Yeah.
Wow.
So it had to have a start,
Yes, it did.
even if we didn't know it. Just like at Homemakers Club, had to have a start, even if we didn't know what we were doing.
Isn't
We
that
needed
how
to do
everything
something.
works, though?
It
Is that how
is,
everything
exactly.
works? We
Yeah.
had to have a start.
Yeah.
We didn't know it.
Yeah,
You
you
didn't know
know,
it. You
my
didn't know
mom.
where it was going to go. eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because when we started this, it was my mom who said, "I want to do a podcast." So it began, and we interviewed her first. So Riel went and investigated and researched all of it, and then he got things set up, and he brought my mom in, and he sat down, and they had a long conversation.
Yeah.
And today it's like I'm so grateful we have it because she passed away last year,
Oh,
and you know, like it was her time, right?
Yeah.
She was tired,
yeah,
but it was still, you know, you miss her.
yeah,
Like I miss her.
yeah,
So it's nice to be able to
yeah,
have that to kind of just remind me of those conversations we used to
Yeah.
have and just sit and talk.
yeah.
So she had a wealth of knowledge here too.
Yeah, the knowledge. It's really, that's wisdom of the elder, that knowledge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish we asked you about that we didn't ask you about?
You ask me, how long am I going to live? I don't want to live to be 100. You know, my kids, I was 70 years old. And I was talking to my kids, my grandkids, giving them information when I die. And I want this and that, this, you know, what I'm going to do, and what I expect them to do
Yeah.
when I die. Don't talk like that, Mom. I says, well, I'm not immortal. I'm going to die one of these.
There's things that are important I want done.
Yeah, so, you know, I'd like to see you continue. I'd like to see different generations. I see the change in my life on all these different generations. You know, like I told you, when I was young, I was fenced up. I was kept confined. And when my children were kids, they could go anywhere they want. I had rules and regulations, but not strict.
Yeah.
So they went all over, they were free to go. I guess because I didn't have that freedom. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. I
Some of
didn't
it.
have that freedom. Third generation, that's my granddaughter. It's kind of shrunk a little. They started getting organized, which was our fault too, because we organized too, you know. So I don't know if it was a good thing, because now even their recreation is organized.
Yeah.
They don't go out freely like the others. My granddaughter had a little more freedom, but only limited. I used to have to go and look for it. Lucky I had a car. I used to go and look for it. Lucky I could drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the generation I'm in now, I find they're getting confined again.
Yes.
You know, they can't go across the highway.
Yeah.
Can't go across that overpass
Yes.
because they're afraid of predators, whether it's a man or a bear or a cougar.
Yeah.
They're afraid of them. That's
We're
guess in
confining
their
them again
mind.
with those,
yeah.
fears.
And because we have so much technical stuff, I'm on my Facebook all the time.
I know. Well, that's how I first got a hold of you. She's very savvy with her messaging
Yeah, but
and phoning.
I find, now I don't know if this is right, but I'm always interested in education. I think kids should get a good education. But
Absolutely.
now it's so technical that I hear that they have an artificial intelligence that can
Yes.
teach them.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. they use it to write their papers, but when you read papers written by a computer-generated program, it's missing the humanity in it.
Yeah.
So it's important, like my son Nick, who was in here, he's taking some courses in university, and he used that tool last term to write with.
Yeah.
So I said, well, how is it working? And he said, well, I noticed when I read it, it had some things that were factually correct, but he said it didn't have enough depth to it. So he had to put in, well, this is what really happened here. And so he
Yeah.
found he had to do editing to make it a true story.
Mom, don't out him. Don't out him.
Well, no, it was an experience in trying to understand that tool. I used it in university too, and I
Stop.
found it was definite.
Stop. You're incriminating yourself. Stop.
I'm not incriminating myself.
You're not allowed to use AI at school.
No, actually, in our terms, they were experimenting and trying to understand how much people were using them. So what they did is they incorporated it into our work
Yeah.
to learn about it in our early terms, because they don't want people using it to write their papers. So they want to know how much they understand of it and how much they're trying to use it in their work. And, personally, for my papers, I found it wasn't helpful. I
Yeah.
found it might have changed a word, but it didn't even give the right effect of the story that I was trying to tell in the first place.
It's because there's no data on what you write about. That's why.
Which is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's okay. There's
Anyway, what we're trying to say. This is the biggest debate that we have going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Is AI.
The world is shrinking. Well, I can talk to somebody somewhere else. I can remember I had a cell phone. It broke down. So I phoned down where I got it from, and they gave me a number to correct it. So I couldn't do it, so my daughter did it for me. I was talking to this guy on the phone, and he's telling her what to do and how to help, and then he hesitated. He says, "I'll get some or whatever he did," but she asked the question, "How is it down in the United States?" She knew it was somewhere else.
right.
He says, "I'm not in the United States. I'm in Jamaica." I'm in Jamaica, and he's correcting my phone from Jamaica. you
Such a small world now.
You don't know who you're talking to.
That's
know.
true.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or where they are in the world today.
Yeah.
Is there? Do you want to dedicate this podcast to anybody?
What's that?
Do you want to dedicate this podcast to anybody?
Broadcast?
Dedicate it to somebody.
Oh, I never thought of that. My family, I guess.
To your family.
Yeah. My sister, I mentioned my sister in there. And I said a few things about my father. And, when my father was ready to pass, he forgot about me
Did it?
because I live up here.
Oh,
He gave all his kids gifts, and somebody finally found out that I didn't get anything from my father. And he says, "Oh, I forgot about Gwen." He's got such a big family and we're his first family
right.
that he forgot me. Yeah, so dedicated to my family and the past, the generations of the past. Yeah, because I go back, you'll see pictures in my front room, my dining room, where I got 7 generations on that. And I'm rich with family. nothing else, you know.
Beautiful thing.
Well, thank you so much for letting us film you.
Oh, I can talk forever.
Well, we'll come back. We'll come back. I'll set one up. I'll let you go. I'll go get some food or something like that.
Yeah.
You can keep going.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we'll come
can.
visit you again.
Yeah,
I had fun. Did you have fun?
yeah.
You had fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love talking.
Oh, awesome.
So did we.
Yeah.
We're in the business of talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.